All right, I got another video on some Lv3 things I've learned as I put this motor together. And this engine has the Moroso oil pan on it, and it is a 7-quart oil pan. And it didn't look like a 7-quart oil pan, and obviously they know what they're doing, but the skeptic that's in me, I measured it out, and the volume is, well, you know, right at 7 quarts. So knowing that there wasn't some miscommunication or whatnot, what I read or heard, I went in to modify the dipstick. So this is the factory tube that came off the engine, and I do believe that Moroso recommends getting the dipstick tube for the 5.3, I think, in their literature. But I mean, this one just fit perfect where I was going. It fit with these factory GM headers off the Camaro that I modified. So knowing that I already had a winning combination with the tube, I went ahead and started to modify the stick itself. So what I found out is the original cable stick, and it's a cable because if you go like I did, I went to the junkyard and I bought several different style sticks that were shorter, and then when you have a stick, there's a way that the stick penetrates into the handle and a roll pin in it, and you can cut that down and re-drill it and shorten the stick. Well, when I got them home, because of the way this tube is formed, you can't get a flat piece of spring steel stick like you commonly would have in that tube, and I wanted to keep the tube. So I took this is actually a topper off of some type of Chrysler. I know there were a bunch of them there, and I grabbed them because I liked the way it formed, and it looked similar to the old one. And so I took the old stick out. I put the original, I found the length that I needed to get the measurement to be full at 7 quarts. Fresh oil change, fresh filter, the engine's been run, you know, might have 20 miles on it. And then I epoxied the cable into the handle. So what I did was I drilled through the handle. I don't know if you can see that there. And then I backfilled. I got to clean some of the epoxy off, but then I cleaned it all off. Actually, ultrasonic cleaned it to get the oil out of everything. And I epoxied, and it's doing really well. Put the O-ring back on it afterwards. But what I'm going to show you is that if you do get to where you want to do this, took a little bit of figuring out, but back up. So the length that you need, again, on a 4.3 stock dipstick tube is 24.5, makes it exactly full at 7 quarts. It's 623 millimeters. I've been using millimeters a little bit here lately because it seems like it's just so much more convenient. And I worked in construction for a while, and I know how to use a tape measure, but accuracy and anyway, another topic for another time. The overall length I have of this dipstick turned out to be 25 5/8, or about 650 millimeters. Anyway, that might save you some headache or some trial and error. And again, measured from a flush fill cap all the way down to the end, and it goes in there perfectly. The odd thing is that this car, the original engine that was in this car was a you know, 3.0 Nissan V6, and it actually has a cable and dipstick with it also, and it fits in the tube, and it actually looks like it belongs there. But the only problem was it was too short. So I messed around with trying to crimp a couple cables together, or I actually used TIG wire to extend it, and it just didn't work right. It was too rigid, but that's turned out great. So good luck. Thanks.